Good evening, everybody. You are watching and listening to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. That's on Long Island, folks. You can catch Monty and the Pharaoh on the YouTube Monty and the Pharaoh page, Facebook Live on the Monty and the Pharaoh page, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Twitch TV, Monty and the Pharaoh page, RTF Sports Network every Friday, 6 to 7 p.m., with their anchor show. The repeat on Monday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., RTF Sports Network. Also catch us on Channel 115 every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m. and for early risers Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Also catch us on Channel 20 Friday mornings on Channel 20. I'll repeat that again. That's Friday morning at 1:30 a.m. But this is also to talk about the opportunity of catching Monty and the Pharaoh on Anchor Network, where you can record and you can get your own podcast and do what Monty and the Pharaoh always dreamt to do and have this opportunity to bring out to you guys. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make your own podcast in one place. So once again, you are watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and the Pharaoh. Catch us every Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m. And catch us here on Anchor. Have a good one.
mouth at the sound of Jimmy Hart. Hey, check out my new tag team, baby, Monty and the Pharaoh.
Hey, Jimmy, don't forget to tell them about Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast.
Well, you know what, I would, but you already did it.
It's Monty and the Pharaoh. With Monty and Pharaoh. The Monty and Pharaoh Show. Monty and Pharaoh, bro.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Monty and the Pharaoh.
The Monty and Pharaoh Show.
And you're watching the Monty and Pharaoh Show.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
With Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
It's Monty and the Pharaoh.
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 Monty and Pharaoh.
It's Monty and the Pharaoh.
And Monty and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monty and the Pharaoh?
Monty and Pharaoh.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
To the Monty and the Pharaoh Show. And it's Monty and the Pharaoh, baby.
Watching Monty and the Pharaoh.
With Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Oh, what a run.
Monty and the Pharaoh.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Hey, cut the fucking music. When you want the best in professional wrestling, Long Island, there's only one place you're going to get it, right here.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Now, that's not just the coolest, and that's not just the best. That, my friends, is just incredible. Monty and the Pharaoh.
You've got the future Hall of Famer, that rocker, Marty Jannetty, and MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monty and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff, and we gonna rock it.
Straight to the top. We're living this life, not just dreaming it, we're doing it for it. Straight to the top. Working hard every day just to leave out that tower.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast out of Indie Music TV here out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island. At the boards, our super producer, Matt. How are you?
Good as always.
Farrell, I got to tell you that Matt must have used some new shampoo today because it smelled wonderful.
Gee, his hair smells terrific.
Dude, I've
heard
really
that somewhere before.
I really wanted to bury my nose in his hair.
What, dude? You're starting to worry me. I think you should drink more.
No, but no, dude. Seriously, like because you smell a man's hair doesn't make you.
I don't care if it's
not that there's anything wrong with it.
Look, if you run up to your doggy woggy and go, "Oh, don't you smell cutesy wootsy?" I think you're weirdy beardy.
Would you hold it against me if I like smelled people's hair?
You better start. Don't smell my hair, man. That's weird, man. Stop.
To the right of the to the right,
and
my right is the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Farrow. Jimmy, how are you?
Good evening out there in TV land. I am good, partner. What's going on?
What's new, brother?
Oh, well, actually, what's new is a certain video I just played for you, but we'll get to that.
Why don't you tell the fans a little bit about it? I think it's exciting news.
Yeah, well, Wisteria Hall's at it again, and we have just recently finished up a new video for a new tune with the awesome Clifton David Broadbridge, not just producing, but playing some mean bad. What were you saying? That's a bad man. Lead guitar.
Well, I got to tell you, I caught it myself.
Riding high, folks.
I caught it myself. You showed it to me outside.
Yeah.
We'll be premiering the video next Thursday on the Monty and the Pharaoh Show, and also on our YouTube channel, the Monty and the Pharaoh YouTube channel.
Yep.
We want to thank the band that does our lead music, Straight to the Top, Aqua Cherry.
There you go.
You could also catch their songs, such as Straight to the Top.
Yeah.
Yes, Forever,
hey,
and Seasons. I do.
There you go.
Aqua Cherry's music can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Reverb Nation, or where music is sold.
Nice.
Also, Jimmy was just speaking. Him and his partner, Mr. Bart Griggs, make up the wonderful band Wisteria Hall. Wisteria Hall sings such great songs as In My Dreams, This Life, Not Far Behind, Here Comes the Rain.
And Riding High.
Well, Riding High, I got to tell you, you know how much I love your first album.
Yes.
Which you can get off of Spotify, iTunes, or Reverb Nation.
Thank you. It's a different animal.
Riding High is a totally different animal.
It's a different animal.
I was quite surprised, but quite catchy, and I guarantee fans out there, you will enjoy Wisteria Hall and their new
single.
If you like
Riding
classic
High.
rock, man,
Dude, the video. I don't want to give away the video. It's just
cool.
it's just awesome.
Yep, and thank you to my partner Bart Griggs for all the work we put in together on this one.
Bart is one of the hardest working people I know.
He is.
And,
He absolutely
and it's
is.
amazing how talented he is.
He
it's
is.
like, you know,
multifaceted, Mr.
for an old guy.
For an old
guy,
you were doing just fine until you entered into your usual break zone.
He's old
You
like
break.
us. He's old like us.
What'd you say? Could you speak up, Monty? I can't hear you.
By the way, on the cable show,
this is long.
This
Go on.
Tuesday, my wife was watching the cable show.
Yeah.
And you had her rolling, man.
I did?
Oh, my God.
What did I do?
Yeah, you know, that's why they started the show.
Cool.
You got
Thank
people
you.
laughing.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you.
Monty and the Pharaoh can be seen on YouTube, the Monty and the Pharaoh page. Facebook
Nice.
Live on the Monty and the Pharaoh page, where we're live right now on both those channels. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Twitch TV, Monty and the Pharaoh, RTF Sports Network every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and then replayed on Monday from 10 to 7. RTF Sports Network is an up-and-coming new sports network. They got some wonderful shows on there. Basketball, baseball, golf. If you're a sports fanatic, you got to listen to this channel. And it's got so many different shows on it with these different host, and it's quite enjoyable.
Oh, diverse.
You could actually catch us on cable television on channel 115 every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m.
Nice.
Every Friday morning at 1:30. That's a few hours.
Pharaoh
from now,
time.
right? And then
Pharaoh
every
time.
Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6:30 on channel 115.
Monty time.
The Monty time, and the Friday show is on channel 20, in case I did not bring that up.
Nice.
I'm waiting for some really big news.
What?
What? I'm hoping it
Sound like Ed
breaks.
Sullivan.
I hope it breaks tomorrow.
Okay.
So stay tuned to the Monty and the Pharaoh page on Facebook and YouTube. This is very, very big news.
Wow.
So with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Be right back. And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB. And Verola Worldwide Logistics for all your logistic needs. Please call 862-227-3670. Once again, that's 862-227-3670. Verola Worldwide Logistics.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV. That's right here in Ronkonkoma, New York. So so much news, Pharaoh.
Yeah, apparently
so much non-wrestling news too. So we got quite the large docket. Let's open up with Buff Bagwell.
Okay,
as reported by Cobb County. Remember Cobb County?
Cobb County, Georgia.
What wrestler came from Cobb
Big
County?
Boss Man.
Big Boss Man.
Of course.
You got it.
Yeah, go on.
WWE superstar Marcus Alexander Bagwell was seriously injured following a car accident that happened earlier this week. Based on the findings, Buff Bagwell was reportedly impaired by prescription medication at the time of the accident. Thoughts?
Not good. Not good. Where's this going to go as far as, was he, had they arrested him or anything? Or
what's the
story?
Bagwell, who's 50
he was
50
driving?
years old. He was driving.
He's driving
he
and
hit
he's
the Meridian.
medication.
He hit the Meridian, and actually officials in Cobb County are asking if you saw anything to do with the collision, please call investigators at 770-499-3987.
Wow, it was at 5:18 in the evening, so it's not like the middle of the night where you could be smashed on, or something else. But the medication, I wonder what kind of medication it was. Didn't he have a horrible car accident in the past?
I'm not sure.
Or an accident of some kind?
Well, we had him in studio. So let me ask you, we never even talked about this, but
I loved when he was here. He's a good dude.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
Do you think at that moment in our studio he was under the influence then?
No, I didn't think that. Why?
See, it's interesting.
For real? I didn't think that.
I thought he was.
But on what, though?
That I don't know. But
really? No, I just thought he's just an energetic guy.
Well, you did see a couple of months ago where he had this rant on YouTube or Facebook where he was totally.
Now you know me. You know I probably don't even. Maybe I didn't see this. What happened? He did a rant?
He was just ranting. He was incoherent. He was incoherent. He had a lot of problems.
Seemed to be impaired.
Yeah.
Interesting. Was he saying outrageous things?
Yeah.
I think it sucks. I don't get a good feeling having met the man. We're pretty fortunate. We've come across some cool guys, and he was a cool guy.
He was a very cool guy. Excellent guy.
So I really hope he's okay. I don't know. Why was he driving anyway?
I guess he had to drive somewhere. I don't know.
I wonder if
that's a silly question.
No, I'm asking because if he was on. All right, the reason why I'm asking because if he was on business, when we saw him, he was being driven. That's why I'm asking. Was he driving? Was he? I guess he was in between business trips and he was driving his own vehicle.
Here's the scary part, man.
I'm just trying to understand all the details.
I think once.
Sucks.
Look, have you? Let me see.
Go ahead.
Do you understand? You've been in the rock business. You were a pretty heavy musician back in the past.
Sure. Okay, that's
You've
fair.
seen all types of drugs, and all types of drug usage, right?
I sure have. Yeah, go on.
At any point when you were back in that day, did you ever feel like you were becoming like I don't know if you forgive me if I'm accusing you.
If
of
you're
doing
asking
anything.
me does a person know when he's gone over the line and he's let the drugs become he or she? I'm just saying. If they feel like they've gone over the line and they know it, I think you know it when you've gone over the line. Dude, I went over the line many times in my youth.
But did you ever feel like it had a hold of you and you had to do it?
A hold of me?
You smoke cigarettes, right? So you'd say you're
cigarettes.
I
would say
right?
have definitely taken hold of me over the years.
So
absolutely.
I guess you understand the fact, like maybe someone in Buff's situation where you
I can
feel
understand,
like you need it, right?
I can understand anybody getting addicted to almost anything, depending on their circumstances. It depends on their circumstances. Everybody's different. Everybody's case is special and different. Bagwell took a lot of bumps over his career. Maybe he still takes pain meds. Did he take an accidental? Did he take too many? Probably. That's what it sounds like.
So coming off last week's show, which, by the way, got extraordinarily amount of action.
Good. Awesome. Not surprised.
Do you think that we underestimate the pain that these pro wrestlers were in the past, where we have a tendency to make fun of it, right? It's fair, right?
Wait a minute. I never make fun of their pain.
Not their pain, but
Do I think that Mike Monty might underestimate it? No, I don't know. I think you like to have fun with it. I think deep down you don't underestimate it. I think that you have fun with stuff.
Honestly, I'll tell you the truth.
And I'm cool.
I'm going to be. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't respect it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think if you let something get a hold of you like that, then
you mean the addiction part? Yes, but as far as their bumps, I do respect all the bumps they've taken. It's got to kill them, over the years. I definitely think that it hurts to be a pro wrestler. It's got to.
I'm not saying it doesn't hurt.
Do I have some sympathy for them? If that's what you're getting at, sure, I do. Absolutely, I do.
Do you think it's a necessity for sympathy?
Pain? No. No, it's an option. It's my option to have a certain level of sympathy for, and it depends on the wrestler too. If you want to get, technical.
That is some. That's keeping it real, right?
Yeah, I am keeping it real. It depends
right
on the wrestler, If
so you're more forgiving for someone that you may like than
for example, since we got to use an example, I'll keep it real because you did. Okay, Scott Hall. You know how much I love Scott Hall, the career and everything. He's in my top 5. I love the guy. Okay,
right. Mm-hmm.
But I got to be honest. When I heard about the 12 trips to the rehab and stuff like that, my sympathy level went way down because in my world, if somebody even put one dime up for me to go to a rehab once, I would do my best not to show up a second time. 12? Yeah, you know what? So I guess, again, it depends on, Buff doesn't have a long history of these incidents, does he?
I think he does.
Was he sent to rehabs numerous times?
Dude, I got to be honest with you. I
need to know more before I
don't
formulate
consider
a fuller
myself
opinion.
a pro wrestling expert to that
Right,
level.
yeah. You bring this to me. I wouldn't even probably know about
I hear
this,
you, but I guess my point is I've never taken I got to be honest with you. I have this bad feeling that he's not going to make it.
What?
I have it.
What do you mean, in general?
In general.
Interesting.
Not in general, he's not getting out of this car accident.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Stay tuned.
And, the last time I saw him was on our friend Hannabal's.
Our friend?
Well.
Stop fibbing.
Again, so.
The fuck are you talking
I want to
about?
bring up Hannabal.
Holy hood.
Right, Mr. Hannabal, who was I guess, considered probably one of the top shoot interviewers, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Hannabal's on his channel,
Okay.
AEW's got this whole Cody Rhodes thing where they bring these wrestlers in.
Okay.
And they challenge him for was it the TV title?
The
TNT title.
Championship.
Yeah,
the television championship. Yeah, go on.
So Hannabal is embarrassing himself.
What? What do you mean?
He's like basically begging for a match with Cody Rhodes.
Why wouldn't he? he needs it.
All right, but look. So Cody recently wrestled Scorpion Sky, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a big name.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Fine.
Eddie
fair.
Kingston.
I like Eddie Kingston.
Right?
Yeah.
Big name.
I like Eddie Kingston a lot. Go on.
Right?
Yeah.
Why in the world would Cody even consider allowing Hannabal to come on? Like, what?
I don't
unless
know.
he thinks he could get his million YouTube subscribers to join on.
Who knows? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think Cody's going to think? Has Cody responded?
What do I
to any
think?
of it?
I'll be honest with
Cody
you.
responded?
And this isn't. No, of course not. You know why? Because Hannabal is a sucky wrestler.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, let's call it like it is.
Yeah. Well, Bret Hart, thou art not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Sure.
So it's like this is a guy that thinks he's all that.
What?
And he's not.
What about the magic promo ability? What are you talking about?
The worst. The worst. I mean, I can't even believe you brought it up.
Opens the door.
The worst
God,
promos.
Dear God.
I mean,
dear God.
look. Obviously, the guy's got something, right? People follow him. Whatever
Yeah, sure,
else,
fair.
right?
That's fine.
And I'm not trying to totally
That's
rip
fine.
the guy apart.
That's fine. But
it's
if I
like-
want my sleeping pills, I'll take them when I want to. How you doing there, buddy? Anyway,
do
that's
you
fine.
use this show to go to sleep?
Usually I just smash
Have you ever
myself
caught
in the-
any of his wrestling matches?
Yeah, a few. But why would I run back for a repeat viewing?
Exactly. Well,
I don't
that's
know what you're talking.
they're god awful.
I'll watch Sabu more than once. I'll watch Rey Mysterio more than once. Hell, I'll watch Andre the Giant more than once. But I will not.
But let's not forget the guy is a tough guy. He's not.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Let's not. Let's not be stupid here.
Right.
No, not
He's a
please.
tough guy.
I'm
just not over.
You know what though?
Good.
Well, let's throw him into Raw Underground. That would be fun. Let's go do a Raw Underground. Go do Raw Underground, Hannibal. Yeah, big dude come in with the.
Well, no, he's one of these.
No,
he's
that
one,
what
Ziggler.
Ziggler would just.
He's a he's these WWE haters, right?
Oh, that's
every
true.
After every Raw and SmackDown.
Wait a minute, his whole
on.
following would go. If he went to WWE.
Well, he also is. His big thing
right.
is always to talk about the ratings.
Okay.
These are the ratings. These are the ratings.
Okay.
Whatever, dude. All I'm saying is, it's embarrassing. Like, now he's
Did that
kind
match
of.
with Billy Jack ever happen? It was the Billy Jack Haynes thing.
Did you see that mess? It was a mess. Dude, talk about this is a professional.
What kind of land are we swimming in anyway?
Dude, this is a professional
out of the
wrestler.
pool and into our own
We
park,
do a better
please.
job with our storylines.
Oh, please.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Dude, you got to look at it. I'm sorry. It's almost embarrassing. In fact, I think I'm going to cut the clip and put it on our channel. That's how bad it is.
You hand somebody a $50 bill and they turn it into a 20. You hand us a nickel and you get a fucking Ben Franklin.
Well,
what the fuck?
They got this interview
Whatever, man.
before they're about
Whatever.
to fight. He goes scurrying off, and then they start coming at each other like two bulls, and it's it turns into nothing. But I will tell you, I will give him a little credit when they did that whole interview at the big event where he was like disrespecting.
Yeah.
I kind of thought, could this be real?
Yeah, you got into that.
Yeah,
I remember that. And I remember going, what are you getting into? I was like, what are you doing?
We're friends with Billy Jack, so we tried to
love
push it
Billy
along,
Jack.
right? Billy's
Yeah.
like, hey, can you guys help us push
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know, we were part of the whole thing. We knew exactly what was going on the whole time. Billy told us to push it for him. And, Billy's a friend, so we did it.
Yeah, Billy's cool.
And, and then Hannibal shit the bed, and it ended.
Holy freaking get a baby wipe and wipe that corn shoot.
All right, buddy. $1 million ripoff.
Yeah.
Months after his brother was indicted in one of the largest public corruption cases in Mississippi history, federal authorities are trying to seize the $1.5 million Madison home of former pro wrestler Ted DiBiase Jr.
Not good.
This is according to the court documents filed in June and obtained by Clarion Ledger. The state audit in 2019 showed that DiBiase's family and former professional wrestlers received millions of dollars from Mississippi's welfare agency through nonprofit business deals and travel reimbursements for recent years. Way to go, Ted. What are your thoughts?
So apparently when he kicked that basketball away, he really was the prick that he seemed to be.
No, this is Junior, bro.
Huh?
This is Junior.
Oh, no, this is Junior?
This is Junior.
Oh, God, this is Junior?
Ted Senior was...
All right, fine. You were still a prick on camera, and I'm glad that it wasn't you. But what's wrong with your kid? What the hell's going on here? Wow, this is terrible. This is terrible. First the career down the fucking shitter, and now
How
this.
about he lives in a $1.5 million home?
Yeah, where did he get the money for
That's
that?
what I'm saying.
Wait a second.
This guy was like a B wrestler, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't get paid enough.
Oh, God.
They don't get paid enough, right? Right? 1.5 million. But if that's not enough,
what?
You give them 1.5, they take more. They steal from people on welfare. How do you like that?
Yeah, that's way to go there, douchebag.
But that's not everybody.
That's pretty bad.
That's not every wrestler.
No, this is bad though. So, how long is he going to get thrown in the
Well,
slam?
nothing is right now finalized. So,
oh my God, this is Junior.
To go on, DiBiase's attorney, Scott Gilbert, told Clarion Ledger DiBiase has not been accused of a crime.
He has not been accused
according to his lawyer.
His lawyer.
So, they're not going to look to seize someone's home if he hasn't been accused of something.
We're taking your house.
Hey, we're going to take your house, but you're not being accused.
Wow. Really not cool, man. It's just a mess. The guy's a mess. Nice job there, $1 Million Man.
Anyway, we'll be back after this commercial break. You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence. Collision Specialists. 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence. Jimmy, I just got the best hookup on tickets.
Fill me in.
I went to www.seatslinks.com and ordered the best tickets with the best prices.
Call 718-676-0504. SeatsLink, the complete ticket experience.
Tell them Charles sent you.
Jeff Quest, graphics design, custom vinyl lettering, and all your art and video needs. 516-317-8204. That's for Jeff Quest, graphic design.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced at Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. Jimmy, let's talk some wrestling.
Sure.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels makes his return.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to address the issues that happened between what we covered last week, Randy Orton and Ric Flair.
Right. He's got a little hair there, Shawn.
Shawn grew a little hair, got a little bit of beard.
A little bit of hair.
The big news is everybody's pointing out that Shawn no-sold the punt. Thoughts?
What'd you think? Did you think he no-sold the punt?
I got to be honest with you. No, right. I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought
it was fine.
I thought he played the role, but when you talk, Bully Ray was on Busted Open.
Oh,
and he
saw something there.
He was complaining that he felt that everybody that takes the punt is out cold.
Okay.
And you want to make that's the toughest finisher. And when I was listening to it, I kind of understood what he was saying.
Right.
It's the toughest finisher in the WWE right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels is a retired old wrestler.
Oh.
He gets the punt.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get knocked out. He finds his way to the rope. He crawls up on the rope, and So he took a stunner. He gets the punt, and Shawn doesn't get knocked out.
Okay.
And he felt that Shawn, being the professional that he is, should have sold it the proper way.
Being the professional that he is, we do know Shawn Michaels' track record in the past when there was going to be something done and he didn't like it. Do I have to point out Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan? For those of you who don't know what the Pharaoh was talking about, Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan were supposed to have more than one match. It was you win, I win. Well,
really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It was supposed to be that, and it turns out that right before they were going to have their match, Michaels and Hogan threw in the old, my back hurts, brother, and I don't want to do a second match, so I'm winning this one. Well, Hogan, pulled his creative card. Vince backed Hogan. Michaels freaking hated it. If you watch the match back, he flops like a fish everywhere. He over-dramatizes. At one point, he goes over the top rope and spins another extra circle and stuff. He's flopping like a fish to oversell and undercut Hulk Hogan. So when Shawn Michaels doesn't like something, And according to Jim Cornette, he's the only man in the history of the company who's ever been able to walk into Vince's office, drop the F-bomb at him, and walk out.
But
I think that Shawn Michaels, if he wasn't into it, then he'd probably decide to stand up.
How do you do that to Randy Orton? How do you do that to Drew McIntyre?
Because he's Shawn Michaels.
And how do you do that to the WWE?
Because he's Shawn Michaels, and he's been doing it for years.
Do you think that...
So much for the conversion.
Do you think there's a possibility that Randy has been tough on NXT publicly on Twitter?
Sure.
That Shawn runs NXT.
You know, and maybe
this
was
an opportunity.
How about maybe Shawn doesn't like Randy in real life? I don't know, but maybe that's possible too, right? Maybe he's like, screw you.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be past Shawn Michaels to go, I don't think so. So, you know what I mean?
Knowing that we were going to speak about this, and we know pretty long-related history of Shawn Michaels. We've had wrestlers in here that have Marty Jannetty, who had a lot to say about Shawn Michaels, and on and on and on.
Right.
I pulled up Eric Bischoff on Shawn Michaels, right? So one of the real important things we always used to say is, like, during the Monday Night Wars, if anyone remembers those, the WCW would take the WWE talent and vice versa, but Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, they never left, and I always wondered why Shawn, would Shawn have been the final nail in the coffin if he would have left and moved on? And we covered it in a past show, and you said absolutely not. It's like The Rock and Stone Cold were the only things that would have made a difference.
Right.
But anyway, I listened to a podcast at 83 Weeks that Bischoff does, and he basically said there was never discussion, there was never any intent
to bring Shawn in.
Gotcha. Shawn Michaels, if he hears this, and I doubt he will, but he might read the recap somewhere, as talented as he was and as much as a star as he was a fucking head case.
Yep.
He knew it, and he certainly acknowledges it now.
And he continues, I had zero interest in Shawn Michaels or creating the perception and stirring the shit that would have been stirred in my own locker room and on my own roster by even the suggestion that this was going to possibly happen. Yeah, well, I told you, that's it. That's the deal with Shawn. You're bringing in, it's funny, sometimes the poor Pharaoh gets the diva label. Fuck that. Shawn Michaels is a diva. Okay? When you're getting Shawn Michaels, you're getting the prince.
So he hasn't changed?
I don't think so. That resurrection stuff, God bless that, but I really don't buy into he's had a total...
Stay still for Jesus, shoot Bambi.
You know what?
And then
that's his thing.
When the WWE
I will not grade that.
That's now,
his deal.
It's hard to put Randy over, right? Randy's a top-notch wrestler.
Randy is doing a great job of getting himself over nowadays. I'll tell you that.
But
Randy's
it doesn't help when Shawn. Now, again. Personally,
Shawn
watching
been killed dead.
But again, I've heard.
But do you want the same stretcher treatment as you got with Flair? Shawn's a younger man. I don't know about the stretcher treatment. Just be not cold for a few minutes.
When you saw it, did you think he no-sold?
No, I wasn't thinking that at all.
Neither was I.
Yeah, so
I'm going on the fact that
look, I got a lot of respect for Shawn Michaels right now. If he got into the ring, I got to be honest. When I was looking at Shawn this Monday, and I should have said this to Park because we were checking it out, I was like, man, this guy should. I want him to wrestle AJ Styles now. Shawn Michaels has one great match.
Still go?
He's got one, and I know he knows it too. I don't know if it's going to happen in the next year or so. It's going to happen though. Shawn's not going to end the way he did.
You know what's funny?
There's one great match left. It should be AJ. I'd love to see it.
As we get older, we forget. Remember how bad him and Triple H shit the bed in Saudi Arabia? That was bad.
He won't let that be his last match. He can't. And I think that it'll drive him to have one last great hurrah. And it should, in my opinion, be against AJ. Or maybe Daniel Bryan or something if he wants to have. I prefer AJ.
Well, to continue on the Shawn Michaels stuff, right? WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart said this week on Confessions of the Hitman podcast that Shawn Michaels and Triple H had it out for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson early in his WWE tenure. On the podcast, Hart specifically mentioned at the time when Michaels berated The Rock for using the missile dropkick.
Interesting.
He says, I remember Shawn Michaels coming into the dressing room and dressing down poor Dwayne. Shawn came in and just dressed him down and chewed him up and spit him out. And I believe HBK told The Rock to never do a top rope dropkick ever again because it was his move. And then he got mad and slammed the door. And The Rock was upset over it. So, thoughts on that? And he also says that Triple H was the same. He was always out to get The Rock.
Well, apparently at the end of the day, none of that seemed to matter because Vince McMahon fell in love with The Rock, and thank God he did because he gave us one of the top 5 greatest characters on screen in the history of the business, in my mind. So, I mean, are you really surprised that Triple H and Shawn were doing shit like this? I'm not surprised at all. These guys control the company to this day.
By the way,
I mean, with Vince.
Fan Chris Hernandez says AJ versus HBK needs to happen.
Oh, I totally agree, man. Great comment out there. Thank you, because that does need to happen. And I want AJ, of course, to be the bad guy, you know, in the program. And let Shawn, like, you know, get that last great match, because I can see them, and I could go 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Give it to us, you know?
Dude, and honestly,
that's a WrestleMania match. Let's have it.
Honestly, I got to tell you, I don't think there's anything wrong when people don't want to give up their spot.
Not at all.
Right? You got to fight for what
Not
you got.
at all. Dude, wait a minute. We went to go see Kiss not that long ago. How old are those guys? Those guys kicked ass. They deserve to still go out there. Leave them alone.
But again, you see an up-and-coming Rock, and you think he's got the goods.
Right.
And
you're going to try to keep that thing down. You want to
keep it down.
Yeah.
And it's not kumbaya for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not, listen.
Like those boring-ass podcasts out there who try to suppress Monty and the Pharaoh. Good fucking luck to them. I mean,
you're right.
My God.
But I'm just not, listen, I'm not a huge Shawn Michaels fan anymore.
Okay.
I haven't been. But again, I don't think he didn't no sell.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe.
Do you know how much I hated Shawn Michaels over the years?
No.
Do you have any idea how much I hated Shawn Michaels?
No.
I mean, just as a fan, he always was fighting the guy that I was rooting for. So I always found him in the way.
So
he's one of them to me. But it's weird. When I saw Shawn Michaels fight Triple H when he came back from the surgery in 2002 at that SummerSlam, that alley fight or whatever it was that they had where they just murderized each other, I had instant respect. I never looked at Shawn Michaels the same way again. I saw his greatness live. That is one of the greatest matches in SummerSlam history, Triple H and HBK with the whole vengeance and everything. And people were truly, legitimately worried if he could even continue to wrestle because of coming off surgery and 5-year retirement. It's a long time to be out with a bad back.
Well, you know, bro, you heard Shane Douglas in here. He thought half the shit Shawn did was bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be like, oh, this hurts and oh, that hurts. But then again, Hogan did it to him. What? I'm going to flop like a fish during this match. I love it. I love all the back and forth behind the scenes.
To finish this up, why do you think The Rock and Shawn never wrestled? Were you aware that they never wrestled each other?
I guess if you point it out, it's just one of those things that seems to go into the sands of the database history with me. But, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, maybe Shawn just never wanted to share the spotlight with him, where a guy like Hogan realized how enormous he was as a star and wanted to keep his star going. Hogan's a genius. I'm sorry. Hogan's a genius. You can say whatever you want about him, but that guy cashes in when he sees an opportunity.
And he knows how to do business.
He does. He does.
Well, let's go from that to a little worse stuff. Disturbing obsession. WWE star Sonya Deville's home broken into by a man with knife and duct tape.
Did he realize that he stood no chance? He's got a knife and duct tape, and he still stands no chance. What man in his proper freaking frame of mind would go into her house? She's a brute! I mean, how on earth could dude, I wouldn't fight her if you paid me. I'd be like, no, you fight her. She is brutal. By the way, how much did she fuck him up? What was the bottom line?
Well, Philip Thomas, 24, had allegedly been planning to take DeVille hostage for more than 8 months. The Hillsborough Sheriff's County
like trying to hotwire a tank. I'm going to steal a tank.
He had stalked her on social media for years,
oh,
the release said. The release did not identify DeVille, whose name is really Daria Bernardo, as the victim. But the Associated Press reported that Thomas was arrested at the Tampa area home owned by her.
Right.
Thoughts?
Can I be really serious right now?
Be serious.
Why? Oh boy, this is personal to me.
Why did he want to kidnap her?
This is personal to me. No, if he was stalking her for the longest time, why was he never arrested before this? Because, you know, sometimes it's bullshit frame jobs, but in this case, it's obviously not. This person was bothering her for a long time. For how many years? It says here for years. Okay. Why does it have to come to this where nothing is done about it and now her house is being broken into? I really hope that she busted up every rib in this guy's body. I really do, you know? How come we don't have any... Was she at home?
Nah, I don't think she had. I think they, like...
Oh, my God. Set it up. What kind of... Would you ever even think about breaking into Sonya Deville's home?
No.
Are you out of your mind?
No.
What are you thinking?
Like, who thinks about that? It's like,
I'm going to break into Fabulous Moolah's house!
But here's here's something that's...
Moolah would have killed him!
But here's something that's not funny.
Yeah.
Think maybe it was... back in the 80s,
okay,
this would have been an episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Man breaks in, kidnaps wrestler, kills her, and bingo bango.
I don't know.
You'd be watching it on Dark Side of the Ring on Viceland.
Yeah.
Last
going rare. Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
But I got to tell you, I got to give credit to Vil because you know what?
What?
She kind of said the guy had problems, and I understand people have problems.
Okay.
She took the high road. Pretty impressive stuff.
All right. Well,
she's a pretty impressive human being.
I know you're a fan of hers to begin with.
I
now
am.
Apparently,
I'm a huge fan.
She needs to call APB security because whoever was doing it ain't cutting it. So go get Long Island's #1 security service, please. Go on.
Renee Young reportedly will leave the WWE. Final date with the company is unknown. Longtime WWE host and interviewer announcer Renee Young has reported the company that she's leaving. I'm going to leave this to the Pharaoh because I know what a fan he is of Renee Young. Go ahead,
What
brother.
a surprise that by the way, this is where the folks that.
By the way, real quick,
Yeah.
Young, 34, signed with the WWE in 2012.
Sure.
So they gave her this opportunity in her mid-20s.
Yes.
And we'll go back to the fact is, Angry Vince doesn't want to make stars,
Right.
and he's greedy.
Right.
Well,
Right.
hey, people have the right to leave, right?
Right.
That's your right.
Right.
And
And
then
Vince has the right, and I love what Vince did here. Can I really spell out
Yeah,
what Vince did
do
here?
it.
Vince was like, "Don't worry, Renee. It's no big deal that John Moxley is now over in AEW. I don't mind. But I'm going to keep you on the air and torture you for a little while, and then I'm going to slowly fade you away till you're basically worth nothing to my company. And then when you're gone, you can go over there to that B-grade thing and have fun with your B-grade husband, because neither of you are Brock Lesnar. Renee Young, you're fired."
So you don't think this is a hit to the WWE at all? By the way, great imitation.
Did you say a hit? Oh no, we've lost Renee Young. Whatever are we going to do? It's like losing Gene Okerlund. Oh no. I will say this. Renee Young was really good on interviews. She was fine. She was solid. But we have not lost an engaging character that we could talk about for the next 35
Would you
years.
consider a
We will get over
play-by-play
it.
or a
We will be
color
fine.
commentator? Did you consider her a play-by-play
I
or
do
color?
not consider her a play-by-play person, sorry, or a color commentator. I considered her a good interview person.
I
And
know-
if I had been the guy behind the scenes talking to Vince, I would have said she's ace at interviewing people. Leave her at that. That's what I would have said. And no, it doesn't mean that I'm limiting her boundaries and her job opportunities. She was great at that. Pay her well. She's awesome. Let her interview people. I thought she was great.
So do you think that she goes
The
down?
announcing booth? No,
Is
thank
she
you.
going to AEW, or is she going to do something
Of
different?
course she's gonna, and you know what? I really hope they do for her over there. Let her and John get evil, and let her manage him, and let's see a whole side of her we've never seen.
Oh, you
Can
don't
we
think
can we
she's
do
gonna be
that?
doing ring announcing?
Oh God, really? We're gonna have her ring announcing over there? Who's she replacing? Excalibur?
All right, with that, we're going to take a quick commercial
Yeah,
break.
we'll be right back after I take my uppers.
Excalibur.
Oy.
I forgot about that guy.
That's right, folks. Canine Corral for all your dog daycare and overnight care. Call 631-549-1544. That's 631-549-1544.
You want to star in your own success? Call QuickCast. www.quickcast.com. 866-7-CAST-NOW. That's 866-7-CAST-NOW. QuickCast.
Star in your own success.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty DeFaro, seen here every Thursday from 9 to 10 p.m. out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. We got a show next Thursday, and on Saturday we have a long day. We start off with
drinking Friday night?
No drinking Friday night.
Go on.
At 2 p.m. it starts with an interview with Al Snow.
Nice.
Former ECW, WWE superstar.
Cool, I'll stay sober Friday. Cool.
You're a big Al Snow guy, right?
I love Al Snow. Absolutely.
And that's followed by Doink and Dink.
Nice. Cool.
Doink the Clown, along with Dink the Clown.
Yeah, I like our makeup on the advertising.
Yeah, no, that's not too bad.
That
right?
works. I feel like Gene Simmons.
How do you feel about having clowns, though, in the studio?
How do I feel about
like
having
people
clowns?
are scared of clowns? Matt was telling me how scared of clowns he is.
What?
And that's not
Matt,
a
you're
knock.
afraid of clowns?
I would say it's more creeped out by clowns.
Okay. Okay.
I just kind of not feel at ease in their presence.
Did you see it as a kid, like the Stephen King movie or something? Or?
No.
Really?
You know what I love about
Never
Pharaoh?
had a good feeling
What?
about him.
What I love about Farrow, he brings up It, the Stephen King movie, but I bet you Farrow doesn't realize that they remade that like a year ago, and they've already had 2 of them. Did you know
I
that?
heard that the remake is amazing. I didn't
Scary
see it, though.
shit,
I heard it
dude.
was amazing. Did I ever tell you about the time when I was a little boy and the Mr. Peanut guy scared the shit out of me?
What?
I was in Atlantic City with my parents. I was
Mr.
like
Peanut.
little Farrow, like 5 years old, with my
yeah.
little scepter. I'm walking around. My parents are like, "Why is he walking around with a scepter?" I was like, "I'm the Farrow. Come on." Anyway, I got separated from them. I don't know how this happened, but I got separated from my parents at Atlantic City. It's busy. The boardwalk. I'm this little guy. I'm like looking around. All of a sudden, I turn around, and there's a giant mascot dressed as Mr. Peanut from the Planters Peanuts. And I'm looking up. No, I know. And I'm looking up, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a walking, living, and he's got spectacles, a living, breathing peanut.
Right.
I'm just a little kid, scared the shit out of me. I'm running down the boardwalk, screaming, ah! My father sees me. He blocks me. He's like, oh, there's a peanut back there. It's actually scary. So, don't feel so bad about being scared about clowns, because the fucking peanut scared the fuck out of me.
It could have even been worse. You're
all right, man. You're good.
He got separated from his parents, and then you might have been the original Joe Dirt.
They should have realized it was their lucky day. They got separated from me. Get in the car and go.
But that's Joe
What's
Dirt.
wrong with them?
You're Joe Dirt.
Who's Joe Dirt?
Oh, my God. You know who Joe Dirt is, right?
He doesn't know who that is.
Of course he does.
He doesn't. Who's Joe Dirt?
Joe Dirt. All right, look it up, guys.
All right, I'm going to Google when I get home,
About a kid
folks.
that gets separated from his parents.
Oh, God.
And then he gets, like...
Mr. Peanut
And he had a mullet. He had a mullet.
I didn't have a mullet when I was that age. I had Robert Redford blonde hair. I was
you really?
actually cute.
You didn't?
I don't know what happened.
You're a good-looking guy.
Oh, yeah, sure, if you're into enemas.
Anyway, after the Doink and Dink interview, we have
Doink Dink?
Northeast super promoter ESS with us in-house, and we'll be having an auction where we're auctioning off Doink and Dink and Al Snow's pictures and game, ring-worn stuff. You could even get Doink's nose, maybe.
Doink's nose. Oh, yeah, they come off.
They
okay,
come off,
yeah,
right?
okay, that's cool. What
Or
if
his
it doesn't?
boots, those Doink boots.
The Doink boots.
How much you think the pair of Doink boots will go for?
Wow, no idea.
I might get 'em.
Let's test the market and find out.
And after that, we've got the man that rules the world, Sid Vicious, will be in studio.
Wow, yeah.
Sid is a former WCW, right? He won the WCW heavyweight title.
Sure, yeah,
the
he sure
WWE
did.
Championship.
Yep.
Main evented a couple of WrestleManias.
Yep. That's
he'll
a
be in
superstar.
studio.
He makes me nervous. I am nervous about that one. I got to admit.
He's a little.
He makes me
off.
nervous. He's a big man, and he's got a big aura.
And
Oh,
after
God.
that, if that's not enough, Monty Nefaro will be having the Sid Vicious auction.
Nice.
And we want to promote out there, too. We're also doing something called the Over the Top Rope Battle Royal, where there'll be 30 participants. Every participant's a winner. Go on to www.montynefaro.com. Get your entry. You get, if you get thrown out early, you get a picture of Doink Dink or Sid or Al
either way.
Snow.
Oh, that's cool.
And if you're the runner-up, you will receive a signed second autograph a special autograph from Sid Vicious.
Mm-hmm.
And the ultimate winner receives a event-used chair for a pay-per-view. There's 2 pay-per-views. It's either SummerSlam or
Nice.
Royal Rumble.
Cool.
And that chair will be signed by Doink, Dink, Al Snow, and Sid Vicious. That goes to the
that's like
winner
one
of
of
the
a kind,
30 over
that
the man
thing.
battle royal.
Nice.
Battle Royal. So again, go to www.montynefaro.com where you can get it. Back to wrestling.
Yeah.
Following weeks of speculation, the WWE has confirmed that they are moving production to its weekly shows to the Performance Center in Orlando, from the Performance Center of Orlando, to in what the company is calling Thunderdome. Wrestling fans will be able to watch this week's Friday Night SmackDown, SummerSlam, and Monday Night's Raw as it takes place live in the Amway Center, home of the NBA Orlando Magic.
Interesting.
It's going to be a state-of-the-art video boards, and you could actually buy a seat and you'll see your face during the event. What's your thoughts?
Please. These buying your seats and they're putting your face stuff, I will never accept. I won't accept it. It looks stupid. I'd rather see empty arena. I think it's cool that they're going to the home of the Orlando Magic. I am curious to see how the product will look in an empty, arena, a 20,000 seat kind of place. I'm curious about that, but please do not fill it up with cardboard cutouts. Oh, look, it's me. I'm smiling. Hey! They put braces on me. You bastards! I mean, come on, man.
Smartphone 3.0 says, best of luck on your show. Funny stuff. Thank you, Smartphone.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. We're trying to build the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys commenting and coming on. You know, we've been at this probably about 2 years. We didn't get to YouTube in
last year or so.
Last year.
Yeah.
We are very close to hitting 5,000 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
Exciting news for us.
Yeah,
Once that
knocking
hit,
on
we're
the
going to
door.
have a celebration. Yeah. And I'm almost thinking,
What are we going to do?
We're going to give a giveaway on the 5,000 fan show.
Yeah.
On that show, wherever's in our room during our show, I will draw a name, and that will win one autograph, an 8x10, from the plethora of wrestlers that we have had here.
There's a plethora.
So, again, it'll be your choice.
Sure.
You'll DM us or message us.
Sure.
But, again, if you look at our library, we've had everybody and anybody, right? So it's a big deal.
Cool.
So, again, thanks, Smartphone.
Thank you.
3.0.
So
you made it clear that you don't want to be a virtual fan. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I want to get to the We're running out of time. I want to get to the SummerSlam predictions.
No, the SummerSlam thoughts. You can make predictions. I will make thoughts.
Fine.
Because you're going
But you have to make a decision.
No, I don't. No, I
you
don't.
can't. Come on, dude. You can't.
You know that if I start making predictions, it gets all smarty.
Farrell will call me and go, "You ruined wrestling for me again."
Watch it. What am I going to sit there and the Yankees are going to win tonight? God damn it, Gary Cole! What are you taking them out for?
It's fun.
It's not fun to me.
Again, these
God.
pro wrestling experts. And by the way, before we go to the commercial break, we had a show on Kamala last week, which did pretty well.
Yes.
A lot of the pro wrestling experts were offended by a lot.
Or a couple of particular freaking loudmouths.
So there's a show out there called Wrestling Coast to Coast.
What's that?
It's
All
a
right, go
podcast.
on. I don't even know what that is.
It's hosted
You're doing
by,
it to me again.
It's hosted by former associate producer of The Wrestler.
Okay.
Mr. Evan Ginsberg.
Very good.
Okay. And his
now
partner,
you know I don't watch anything, but go on.
Buddy Stilello. I think his name is Stilello.
Okay.
Okay. They would like to come on next week. And you don't have to answer now. I want you to think
don't
about
worry,
it.
I won't. Go on.
They would like to come and debate us because they feel we couldn't have been more off in our thoughts on professional
I'm so
wrestling.
surprised to hear that response. So surprised. Deeply moved. Don't you see how much I care?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're of Jewish
adopted and raised by
right.
Jewish folk.
Right.
Yeah, go on. What are you getting at? Go on.
So this guy Buddy,
Hi.
I guess he thinks he was in the biz.
Okay.
And so he decided to maybe
I don't know him. Go on.
Neither do I. I don't really know him.
I don't know him. Go
He
on.
decided to be a manager, but he chose to be an
Okay.
Italian American because he thought it was a great stereotype for lawyers.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think a Jewish
Chief
person
J.
would have
Strongbow
been,
was an
Wouldn't you
Italian.
think a Jewish person would have been a better stereotype for lawyers?
Maybe doctors? I don't know. I'm not even. Or all lawyers? Wait a minute. I got to think about that one for a minute.
He thought that
I worked at a pretty
Italians
big-
at that time.
I worked at
people
a pretty
hated
big,
Italians, Italian lawyers.
What
And he said
time
he grabbed
period? What time
grabbed
period?
all his hatred for all these type of lawyers.
Okay.
That who were Italian.
All right.
And he chose to be an Italian lawyer.
Interesting. How far did this go?
I have no idea. But all I'm thinking to myself is like, you're offended about what we said about Kamala last week.
Okay.
But we shouldn't be offended
Boy, what
that
did
you
we
choose
say?
to be an Italian lawyer.
What did we say about Kamala?
I'm Italian.
Other than that, we believe that it's on you, and it didn't have to be Kamala. It could be anybody. We believe that it's on you to take care of your money. I don't fault Hulk Hogan for being the star of the show. I mean, what is so offensive?
But I find it funny
What-
they were
what-
so offended, but they didn't mention anything Lanny Poffo had to
Lanny
say.
completely destroyed Kamala as far as the facts and the financial end of it.
I don't know if he destroyed him. You destroyed him?
Financially?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right.
Financially,
You're right. I stand corrected.
Lanny spelled it out much clearer than we did because Lanny knows. He's in the business. Lanny was in the business.
Sure.
Lanny knew that if you gave him $180,000, he would have spent it. I'm sorry, but where's the do they want to debate him too?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
why don't I get it. He's Lanny, so we'll let him slide, and we'll just come after Monty and Farrell, right? Right? What are you? Are you bored? Are you bored?
Mighty John on
somebody's watching
Mighty
us
John,
clearly every
Mighty
week,
John
and so concerned about what we got to say.
Mighty John on Twitch said, "I think he's matured just in the 90s. He's 55 now. I think he's talking about Shawn.
Okay.
So I think he thinks that Shawn has matured. I can't say
well,
I disagree.
I would hope so. I mean, but then again, look at me. I haven't matured.
Yeah,
I'm
well, we're
52.
10 years old in our mind.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna cover. You're gonna listen to our SummerSlam predictions, but first we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Not a prediction.
I predict we'll be right back.
Jimmy, I gotta take a dump.
What?
No, I mean I need a dumpster.
Well, for all those needs, you need to call Big V Dumpster Rental, Long Island, New York, 631-900-DUMP.
In the mood for a freshly roasted cup of coffee? www.offtherailscoffeeroasters.com.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV here in Ronkonkoma, New York. SummerSlam this Sunday, my friend.
Oh, boy.
We're almost out of time, so I don't want to cover NXT, but that's on Saturday, right?
Okay, live from the Dix Hills Diner. Go on.
You're not excited for SummerSlam?
Bring your mask.
I actually think the card is wonderful. If it was in front of a live audience, I think it
wonderful.
would do well.
It's marvelous. It's wonderful. Oi. See, there's some ethnic humor. Oi. All right, so what do you got?
Did I offend you?
No, not at all.
Did I offend the Pharaoh?
Me offended?
No, I would laugh. I wouldn't think that you would.
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
What does offend you?
Jerk. What does offend me? Let me see.
What's the most you've ever been offended?
You know what? I can only go on recent memories. For example, when you think you're cool with somebody, and then they publicly decide to talk shit. Yeah, and then it's not cool. It's like, what the fuck's your fucking problem? There's a thing called the telephone. Pick it up.
Yeah,
you know.
It's a great point.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of people have problems with
and it's funny too,
confrontation,
because like if when you're patient and you're really truly patient, and you let them squawk and you let them squawk and you let them squawk, and I think you finally say something. Watch the rage.
Social media.
You know what, bro? You know. Just pick up the phone. You got something to say to me.
Wonderful things, right?
Some of these
but
guys.
You think it's
some of these guys
lose,
in this business.
We've lost our way in a lot of ways. Like
we've lost our way.
Yeah, like
this sounds social, like a sad song.
But
I'm ready to start penning
like
lyrics.
People, like you're right. Pick up the phone, clear the air.
Well, you know what? You can thank.
And be
I'll tell you
respectful.
what. You can thank social media and all that other shit for that because it all gets blurred. You know what's funny? And I've said it to you privately. When I went off of Facebook, it wasn't a fuck you to anybody. It was, this forum is not for me. My phone number is still my phone number. I'm still the person you knew before social media. Like, if that caused us to meet, that's nice.
Right.
But when people meet after that, the social media should not be the reason why you stay connected as human beings. So when I got off of Facebook, I found it very interesting that certain people thought I had unfriended them in real life. Mm. All of a sudden, there's no phone call from the person. There's no this, there's no that. Why? Because I'm not your Facebook friend? Are we that shallow at this point?
Wow.
Pick up the phone.
That's a good point.
And do the old school thing. And I bet you all the confusion would probably go away in a lot of cases. People don't communicate.
Maybe they weren't your friend to begin with.
Then there's always that.
Right.
And you respond accordingly. What are you going to do?
I
ain't going to lose sleep over it. Wait, hold on. Go on.
I will say this.
Yeah.
For us and people that grew up and that are our age, we are truly blessed. I'll tell you why.
Oh yeah, we had a lucky time period to be growing up in. Very fortunate.
You saw
no war,
right?
No war. Very fortunate. No war. Country was strong. We were growing. We were proud of ourselves as a nation.
We saw the beginning of cable.
We saw the beginning of cable.
People might be like, "What's so great about that?"
We saw the beginning of videos with music,
MTV.
everything. We saw so many things. We've seen every key facet to the growth of pro wrestling. Also, over the decades, starting with the serious sport approach with Bruno, to the entertainment with Hulk, to the relapse of wrestling in the mid '90s, to the boom of the Attitude Era, to the ruthless aggression to Cena. We've seen everything.
Would you think this time is the worst time for pro wrestling?
No. I think that mid-'90s thing was really, truly bad.
It was bad enough that I didn't watch.
Berserker and stuff like
I
that?
didn't
Come on,
watch.
man.
I stopped.
Yeah, it was pretty... it was bad. It was a bad time period.
Speaking of that, was a time Doink the Clown was in the WWE, wasn't it?
And he would get actually a big pipe. Big pipe. I'll have that after the show, a big pipe. No, he would get a big pop. And today, you can't even get a big pop for anybody. Well, then again, there's nobody there to pop. They're at the Dick Sills Diner.
All right, brother.
With their masks.
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship.
Logically, Apollo Crews should continue to hold that title. Logically. How you feel?
I feel... Okay, so this is SummerSlam, anything can happen, right? I think
Sure.
that's the title they're saying, right? It's like, anything can happen, right?
MVP going to get a belt at
They
this
got to
stage?
keep Apollo strong.
Right.
But I would actually like to see Apollo in the Hurt Business.
I would too.
And I think you said that last week.
So how do we accomplish that? By MVP beating him for the belt?
Or...
I'm not seeing that.
So you just think straight Apollo Crews win here?
Yeah, I think Apollo Crews is going to hold on to the belt. That's
still
just
be
my.
still be the face.
That's just. But they're going to start maybe the win. MVP comes to him and goes, you know what? I respect that, man. Why don't you come with us, man? Come with us. Maybe that begins the recruitment process.
Well, he's been trying, right?
Right.
And then you had a problem with Ricochet and with Apollo not choosing him. It wasn't a Ricochet. Who's the other guy?
Ricochet's sidekick, Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, how exciting
they
are.
didn't pick him.
Yeah.
Man, Ricochet is falling off the
Ricochet
battle.
needs to put.
All right, so both agreed Apollo Crews wins that, right?
He needs to be Prince Puma
again. You don't have to be Einstein. I got 100% right on fake
matter.
wrestling.
You know what? I like it if MVP won. I actually would, but whatever. Go on.
That's a swerve we don't need right now, right?
Nah, I don't think it's necessary.
It's not necessary.
No, I don't think so.
I'll stick with.
I'll tell you what I do think is necessary. The Street Profits for the tag belts. They're the champions against Andrade and Angel Garza. You better put those belts on Andrade and Angel now.
So what are you thinking?
That they're going to win it now.
Of course.
Put the damn belts on them now. That is such a great team, and I do like the Street. By the way, Street Profits do a great job.
They do, but
they do.
It's time to break Montez Ford out already, right? And get away from that. I think so.
With those legs,
yeah,
you're going to make him like. What are you going to make him? A United States champion, Intercontinental champion? What are you going to make him? I think he's perfect for the tag team, but I'm not so. He's a great in-ring wrestler, but I'm not sure about that look overall. I'm not sure. He's a great entertainer, though. All right.
But we're in agreement, Angel Garza and Andrade, right?
I believe so.
All right, so that's pretty easy stuff.
I believe so.
Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a street fight.
Interesting. Seth's got to win this. You think they'll give it to Dominic?
No.
Yeah, because I feel like Seth's got to win it, but here's the best
Seth's
part.
not going to do it.
Here's what I'm hoping for. Ray costs his own son the match. And then we get what I want.
And then you're getting what you want.
Then we get what I want. Dominic going, hey, Dad, bang. That'd be great.
Dominic's got the goods, though, right?
I like Dominic. I think he's going to grow into a fine young
How do you think this match will be?
Persona. He's good. I think this is going to be a good match.
But we're in agreement.
I have a lot of faith in Dominic. I really do. I think he's shown quite a bit for a youngster. He's doing a damn good job. And by the way, where are all those Vince haters to go? He's giving the son of Rey Mysterio the ultimate career opportunity very early on.
All right, I'm going to make a prediction here.
Go ahead.
I'm going to predict that Buddy Murphy has some falling out with Seth during the match.
Costs him the match?
And costs him the match.
Interesting.
But I'm also going to go on your swerve where somehow something happens to Dominic where Dominic joins Seth and Buddy Murphy goes to the outside as the face.
Buddy Murphy is the face. Are you trying to put me to sleep? Buddy Murphy needs to be a bad guy. Forever.
Well,
he's one of them.
If there's a breakup between him and Seth.
What's his promos going to be? I can't picture Buddy Murphy as a good guy.
They're already building like he doesn't want to be a stoolie, like, you know what I mean?
But is that sympathy, which would work in the initial turn, would that sustain his character? Would it last?
Bro, it's so hard without an audience because you don't know.
I know. You don't know.
You can't feed off the fans.
I do like the writing lately, though.
The writing's incredible.
I do.
The writing is so good.
I think the writing's good
incredible.
Lately. Yeah. Yeah, it's been okay. Not so bad.
Sonya Deville versus we're both sticking with Seth Rollins, right?
Logically, but watch Dominic win. Go on.
What?
I said logically, yeah. I'm agreeing that we're going to go with Seth.
Okay.
Watch Dominic win.
All right, okay.
No, I want a hardcore prediction. So you hate the entire pay-per-view you, and you call me all angry because you went 8-2 instead of 9-1.
Sonya Deville.
Pain in the ass.
Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose. Hair versus hair.
Hair versus hair. There's no way Mandy Rose is losing her hair. Mandy Rose is winning this match.
And Sonya's going to get her head shaved?
Yeah, sure.
Or are we falling for trickery here?
We're not putting a crew cut on Mandy Rose. It's not happening.
No, but I'm saying is, are they faking us out and they're just going to cut
they're going to cut a couple
short?
of locks,
You know what I mean?
Stuff like that.
And be like, oh, now she's got short hair like Mandy.
You know
what? I want to see a baldy.
I tell you what, you put a crew cut on Sonya Deville, I'm running away as fast as I can, man. I'm already afraid of her. You know?
Dude,
I'm like,
so
I
got to be honest with you. I will
babe.
be tuned into SummerSlam. These are good matches.
I like it. I think Apollo Crews an MVP if you're just being fair. Wrestling match alone,
right?
It'll be fine.
Right.
It'll be fine.
It's a good opener.
Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza.
Great match.
It's going to be amazing in the ring. Amazing in the ring. Dominic and Seth is going to tell a great story.
Absolutely.
Sorry, folks. It's going to tell a great story. Then you got Sonya and Mandy. You know what? I'm going to like that. And you know how the Pharaoh feels in general with the... That's going to be great. I think that's going to be great. And then we've got Bayley versus Asuka. What, you don't think that's going to be a great match in the ring? Of course it is.
So wait a minute, are we going with Mandy Rose over Sonya?
Yeah, I'm going with Mandy.
So far, you and me are going down the same road.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? So if you're wrong, I'm wrong, right?
Yeah, well, whatever. Oh, it's so much
So
fun
you brought up
tonight.
Bayley versus Asuka, SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah. Oh, this is difficult. Asuka has to walk out with one belt. I think
giving you choices. Hold on.
I think she's going to walk out with Bayley's belt.
Both belts? One belt? No belt?
I think she's going to walk out with Bayley's belt. Sasha's going to somehow retain. Oh, you know what though? Logically, do you think we're going to lead to Sasha versus Bayley? Is that breakup coming?
Yes. I'm going with this prediction, and I'm going to be wrong, but I have. To me, it makes sense.
Go ahead.
Asuka doesn't walk out with either belt.
Wow.
Which destroys Asuka, right?
Asuka's walking out with Bayley's belt. Sasha has been very selfish here. By the way, Bayley offered up to soften her up for Sasha first.
Right.
Bayley is going to be resentful after Bayley gives a classic with Asuka, or at least a very, very good hard-fought match. Whether it's the classic, we'll see. Mm-hmm. After Asuka defeats her, and maybe even Sasha fucks up during the match a little bit,
right?
And Asuka wins that belt. Now she's got a tired Asuka, just like Bayley, said she would. I'll soften her up for you, blah, blah, blah. Sasha wins her match. Sasha continues to gloat after that. Bayley's standing there with no belt. The resentment builds. We got ourselves off.
Well, they still got the tag team titles.
Yeah, they've got that, but she wants the big gold.
You can't have Bayley become a face again. She's doing such a good job as a heel right
She
now.
is, but if anyone's going to drop their belt, how long? Bayley's had it a long time, by the way.
But she has had it for quite a bit.
I think it's time.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you think it's time? That's what I mean.
Sasha, what do you
gain from giving Asuka one of those belts back?
You give Asuka her continued steroid push because Asuka needs to maintain her badassery. There was nothing worse than when they downplayed Asuka. We both hated it when they were pushing Asuka down the card after her loss. Was it to Charlotte? I don't know. And then all of a sudden she's losing. I was like, what are you doing?
Where does this leave Charlotte? Are we going Randy Orton on this?
I think we will, but let's get to that.
All right. Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Universal Championship.
Oh, the Fiend. This belongs to, I got one thing to tell Braun Strowman. Run.
How do you like this new Braun Strowman attitude?
Great. Still going to
But they're still going to give the belt to the Fiend.
I think the Fiend's going to win it.
Does Alexa play a big role in the Fiend getting the title?
Yeah, I would think so. I think we're going to have a much more definitive approach to what's going on with Alexa in general at SummerSlam, don't you? We're going to find out something.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're going to find out something. What? She's going to be with Braun? What a letdown that would be. I wanted to be Sister Abigail.
So far we're on the same page, except that I'm going to go with Asuka not getting any belts. You're saying Asuka is going to win the SmackDown belt, and I know you're right, but I don't
necessarily know anything.
I just don't necessarily agree with it. I think you got to keep the belts around him.
Right. Fair enough.
You give the belt back to the Fiend. Mm-hmm. What does that do to Braun?
Nothing.
What does that do for the Fiend?
Keeps the Fiend, strong again. Fiend needs to get the belt back. That wasn't cool that he lost the belt the last time he did. I think he needs another run. You're trying to make sure that the Fiend never winds up like Bray Wyatt's character. You're trying to make sure.
Right.
It's the wise thing to do. And Braun, by the way, it's funny. We always wanted the strap on him, but you know what I learned after this title run? You don't need no strap. He's still going to be Braun Strowman. How long have the lines been when we go to those shows, right, dude?
Yeah.
Braun Strowman's got it. He's
Right.
fine. He's good to go. He don't even need the belt. So, yeah, put it on the Fiend.
We finish it up with McIntyre against Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
Boy, oh boy, do I want this match to just be awesome.
Oh, it will be.
I want this match to be so brutal. Just destroy each other. I do like Drew McIntyre, but I love Randy Orton. He's winning that belt unless that Charlotte thing happens.
Got a couple things going on
You
now.
think that Charlotte thing could happen?
Bring it back to Shawn Michaels. In the match, he said you're either going to get a Sweet Chin music or you're going to get a Claymore. He said it. Right?
How great would it be if he went to Sweet Chin Music Randy, but he Sweet Chins Drew? Oops. That'd be cool.
Any chance Shawn screws Drew?
Yeah.
So you get a lot of different things. You could have Charlotte screwing Orton.
Right, because of what happened. What about Ric Flair coming out and helping Orton win anyway? It was a roost the whole time!
Because you never saw it, right? Because they turned the lights off.
Right.
So, yeah.
Honestly, if
Could be
Randy
anything.
Orton's going to win the title that night, Ric Flair will come out there and give Drew McIntyre a ball shot, and everybody be going, wait a minute, didn't you just beat him up?
All right, so we're going to...
Randy Orton's going to win the belt. I believe he's going to win
All right,
the
so
belt.
just a quick recap before we call it a day. Apollo Crews retains.
Right.
Andrade Garza win the belts, new tag team champions.
Okay.
Seth Rollins wins a street fight.
Yeah, I
with
think
a
so.
possible swerve of Dominic joining the Monday Night Messiah.
Eventually, if not that night. I think eventually.
I'm definitely going with Buddy going face.
Well,
Mark that down. Turning face.
He
Sunday.
blows the match for Rollins, then Dominic's the winner. You know, at least that's what I'm thinking. Like, if he screws Rollins over somehow, Buddy, then Dominic would win. We'll see.
Good point. We'll see.
Yep.
Sonya gets the haircut.
Yep.
The most important part, though, we want to see Sonya bald. We don't want to see a short haircut,
yeah, I
right?
want to be frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey.
I got Bailey.
You got Bailey losing
I got
to
Bailey
Asuka.
losing, yeah.
I've got Bailey over Asuka. So
Wow,
that's all
Asuka
one
gets nothing
difference
that
right
night.
there, right?
Yeah, very interesting. I don't
You've
know
got
about that.
Sasha over Asuka.
Yeah, I think Sasha.
I've got Sasha over
Weasel
Asuka.
away with that title that night. Yep.
All right, you've got the Fiend winning the title with help from
I believe
Sister
so.
Abigail.
I believe so.
Or just a straight win.
Well, I hope so. No, he'll probably get a little help, but I think he's going to win it.
And
we
then
got
we
Randy.
finish it up with Randy winning the title.
Where does this leave McIntyre, though? By the way, where does that leave Drew? How badly would this loss hurt Drew?
It hurts because I got to tell you.
Then what, do you think
when
they'll
this
pull
is
the
all said and
trigger?
done, we're going to say that Drew McIntyre was the worst
No, we
champion in
won't.
the history of the company.
Why? Why would we say that? Because
He
the
drew new
ratings were
fans.
so bad.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you
the ratings
there were
sucked.
no fans. We're back at this again. There were no fans in the audience.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I went to McDonald's and there was nobody to serve me. I'm never coming here again. You're the worst champion ever. This is rough, man. This is very rough. I like Drew McIntyre.
Guilty by association, brother.
I guess so, man. Yeah, we
Can't draw flies.
We draw more than he does
I've
lately.
seen a turd draw more flies than Drew McIntyre. Anyway, catch Monty DeFaro on the YouTube Monty DeFaro page, Facebook. What is that,
I'm
spray?
spraying the turd, the flies on the turd. It stinks. It reminds me of those keyboard terrorists.
You got a great imagination.
What? Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, we could do.
Facebook Live on the Monty DeFaro page, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Channel 115 every Tuesday from 8:30 to 9 p.m. and every Saturday on Channel 115 from 6 to 6:30
every single one of
a.m.
these versions and can yell at you
on
guys.
Channel 20 on Friday
We're gonna yell at
morning,
you.
which we're moving to Saturday mornings, but we're Friday morning 1:30.
Go on,
and
you immoral bastard.
hopefully by tomorrow we will have a really special announcement that we'll be
Okay.
excited about.
Okay.
We're also proud to announce that the M&P YouTube page will be opening up a playlist for the once a month segment for the Pharaoh's Corner.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
And look
Nice.
at our YouTube page for the premiere video of Wisteria's Hall riding high, right? Which I thought was awesome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, so any final words for the fans out there, my friend?
Keep it real and stay in touch with yourself. What else you got to say for yourself there, Mike?
We'll see you next Thursday, and then we'll catch you on Saturday for Al Snow, Doink and Dink, and finishing up with the man who ruled the world, Sid Vicious. Have a good one.
Till next week. Later.